Hey, this is Anthony Thomas with BSN Collectibles, your hobby store of comics, cards, figures, and more. You can check us out at www.bsncollectibles.com. You can also check out our eBay store by hitting the link below. You can also check out brandshoppingnetworks.com, where we also sell comics, cards, and other collectibles. And we also sell digital ebooks. We sell books. We sell apparel on that website as well. Today on BSN, our YouTube channel, we're starting a new show called The Pure Power of Comics, which will be coming out every Saturday. Today is coming out, and today is February the 2nd. And I'm going to plan on having this show come out early in the morning, between 9 and 10. But today it's going to come out probably around 3 o'clock today because I'm running late. I should have recorded this the other night, and eventually I'd like to go live with this, do it live in the morning. And in this particular show, I'm going to showcase signed books, the cover of the week, signed books of the week, and also I'm going to be doing a comic book unboxing, as well as I'm going to do live artwork. And I can show you some of the artwork that I'm working on. And I'm gonna, if you can just bear with me, I'm gonna move the camera. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit here, and I got my phone over there. This is a piece I'm working on. Big Spider-Man piece. Spider-Man Ghost Rider. I'm gonna be doing that. I got the camera on a tripod, so a stand. And also today I'm gonna be showcasing how can comics or comic publishers add value to their books, and that's going to be the end game. But the game that they have been doing, I'm going to showcase some of the books that the comic publishers, small, large. When I say small, large, I mean DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Image, the independent, comic, Harris Comics, Boom Studios, and all those and more that have been using certain things on their comics by adding glow covers, connecting covers, the foil covers, wraparound covers, interlocking covers, and I'm gonna share my opinion. Now, this is my opinion of how they have, but I'm doing research on it as well, and how these comics have affected the comic industry. And I'm going to showcase one particular book or particular books that affected the comic book in a positive way. And I don't know if it was a trend, but this particular book affected the comic industry in a positive way. It made the comic company a lot of money, and hopefully the artist as well. But I just want to, that's just something that's been on my mind, that I want to share my thoughts on how the comic industry have tried to bring value to their books by adding these glossy foil, impulse, or embossed covers, among other styles and stuff. And I'm gonna, at the end and now this is gonna be a series, and I don't know how long the series is because I got a bunch of books I want to show. But today I'm just gonna show one particular book, which is actually done by a great artist, and I think these covers are very cool. And I think if you can get these books and add them to your collection, it's worth getting. The storyline is good. The cover is awesome. So this particular book that I'm going to showcase has added value to the comic industry. But before I get to that, I want to just, do a quote of the day, or a quote. I wouldn't say a quote, but a question of the day, and maybe you might know the answer. Maybe you might know the answer. And this is something I'm starting, so who knows down the line if I might turn it into a prize situation where you might win a card or something like that, or win a comic. But right now I'm just gonna start out, just see what your knowledge of your mind holds. If you're a true comic book collector and you've been collecting for a while, you would know the answer. This one question I'm gonna ask today is, this was in 1996. Which X-Men member was, and I said I'm gonna say recently because I'm reading it from the past. Which X-Men member was imprisoned and secretly replaced by his alternate reality counterpart from the Age of Apocalypse storyline? And we got 4 answers here, and 1 is right and the rest is wrong. A, is it Beast? B, is it Cyclops? C, is it Wolverine? Or D, is it Gambit? I'll give you the answer at the end, but if you know the answer, write it in the comments below. Now, also I'm gonna do a little shout out to Comics with Bueller. I'm gonna try that Mike's Pro protective sleeves. I'm not a big fan of CGC. I personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm just not a fan of it. I like to read my books. I like to be able to pull them out the sleeves and look at them and enjoy them. I get the value, the situation with the CGC, as far as the, people want to preserve them and everything like that, and they want to, that form of protection. But I want to look into another alternative, and I'm going to check out that Max Pro, Comics with Bueller suggested, as well as what the supplier that Reggie Collects suggested, which is BCW Supplies, which is bcwsupplies.com, as well as Mike's Pro Supplies from Comics with Bueller. I'm going to check those 2 sites out and see what they have to offer, because I would love to have something stronger than just a bag and boards to protect this particular book and all the other books I got, because I have tons of signed books. And they all come with a certificate of authenticity. So I'm gonna definitely look into that. And I know there's companies out there, but I'm gonna check out these 2 here, because I watch these 2 guys videos all the time, and I like what what they're saying and what they're representing in the comic community. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get started, into this video. And the first book I got, which is an autograph book by David Finch, and the artwork's done by David Finch, and the writing is done by Michael Bennis. And this was the disassembly of the Avengers, and this is book 501, Chaos Part 2. And you have Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Captain America, and She-Hulk on the front cover. And this is an awesome storyline. If you can get this series, get it. you know. And on the back, I have the certificate of authenticity, MegaCon 2014 in Orlando, Florida. This was in March 21st to the 23rd, and it was signed by David Finch and authorized a, can't read that name, but so I want to, I want to actually get this book in some better protection. All the books that I got signed, I like to get them in better protection, And like I said, I'm not a big fan of CGC. I have nothing against the company, nothing against their product. I'm just a person that likes to be able to pull my comics out of their sleeve and look at them once in a while, and not just look at the cover, but actually look at the covers inside, the pages inside. And when you do CGC, you have to crack open the case to do that. Now, if CGC ever come out with something where you can still have that form of protection, but still be able to get your books out, and that's something I might check with them. But until then, I'm going to check with some other companies that have some protection. And I know Reggie, he had sent me an email a while back about a supplier that has those, that he actually presented it on one of his videos. I just haven't had the chance to check this company out, so I will. And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to either email him and ask him which company that was, or check out his earlier videos when he was mentioning that. So this is a great book, great storyline. Next book is the cover of the week, and if you don't have this one and in your arsenal, you should get it. Now, they actually came out with a 3D version of this, and I went to the local comic book store and they were gone. And I'm pretty sure they got them online, so I may try to buy one offline if they ain't all high price and stuff. But depending on how much they're got them listed for. But I might try to check with another comic book company, that retailer, and see if he has it. But this is original. Like I said, I want to get a protection for this. This is not signed, but this is the cover of the week, and I love the artwork. I love the way Captain America is standing over Wolverine, and Wolverine is crouching down. He's getting ready to fight, and you got the Black Widow, and you got the blue city scene in the back. Not too detailed, but you get the image that you're looking at a city in the back. And I read this story. It's a great story. But I love the cover, and this is definitely a good book to add to your collection. So this is the cover of the week, and I'm gonna try to get the 3D book of this. Not maybe one, but two. Now, up next, I have the books I was talking about on how the comic industry can add value to how the comic book industry, and this particular comic book publisher is Marvel. I'm a big Marvel fan. I would say 90% of my books that I have in stock, I have over 76 long boxes of comics. I've been collecting for a long time, and 90% of my long boxes are filled with Marvel, and the rest is Image and DC, and some independents. But before I get to those, I want to share. We lost a great Um, hey, without him, it wouldn't be us. And I just think I'm gonna do this, for the rest of 2019. I'm gonna showcase a book by the great Stan Lee, and this particular book I'm gonna showcase is his version and take on Wonder Woman. Now, my thing is, I haven't read this book yet. I mean, I just picked these up maybe a week ago. I picked up the whole series when Stan Lee passed away. I went out and I bought this particular series that he did with DC. And I think not because I think they're gonna be worth a lot of money. I just wanted to get something that which that he something he did different. Something he did different besides creating a legacy of comics, movies, and merchandise, and just affecting everybody's life throughout this world. I just wanted to get this book here and see how he affected this particular character and other characters. Now, out of his run that he did with DC on the characters he recreated, I like his recreation of Wonder Woman the best. I like the recreation of Wonder Woman the best. I like the costume design. I like the power that he has, showcased and gave to her and everything like that. Like I said, I haven't read this book yet, but I mean, just the image of, the gold, breastplate, and the leg, the boots, the shield, and everything, all that stuff. It's cool. I mean, it's awesome. And this front cover. Now I'm gonna open this here because I like the back cover as well. The front cover is done by Jim Lee, and I think the back cover is done by Adam Hughes. And this is the back cover. If you can see that, let me just zoom in some. Ease her over, and lift it up. I mean, just that, wow. Just the detail in the painting and everything like that is just. Adam Hughes is a great artist. And we're looking here. Let me see something. Hold on a second. Yep, Adam Hughes. Yeah, so Adam Hughes did the back cover and Jim Lee did the front cover of the. Let me zoom that back out. And I'll put this back in. And I guess when I read this, I will come and do a book review. When I read this series, I'm gonna do it each book individually. I'm just gonna read this book, give my review on the Wonder Woman version, as well as the Superman, the Green Lantern, and the Justice League. He did the Crisis version, and he did Shazam version, and so forth. And so I'm gonna read each individual book, and I'm gonna give my, as they say, product review of that storyline, the book, and everything. But as far as the character design, I like Wonder Woman the best, and I like Jim Lee version as well as Adam Hughes version. So, have you guessed on the quote I was telling about, the apocalypse storyline? The answer to that, let me read it again. One more time. One more time. And this, okay, here's a question again. Which X-Men member was imprisoned and secretly replaced by his alternative reality counterpart from the Age of Apocalypse storyline? And I said, A, is it Beast? B, is it Cyclops? C, is it Wolverine? D, is it Gambit? The answer is A, Beast. All right. Now, up next. Now we're going to go ahead and get to the comics of how Marvel and DC and Independence tried to bring value and bring more dollars to their publishing company, and also bringing readers inside the comic industry. And in this particular book I'm getting ready to show, Marvel knocked it out the park. And we're going to start with the first cover. This is a connecting cover, and you're going to know what I'm talking about as soon as I pop up. Connecting, dot. There you go. X-Men #1. Not the new X-Men. This is X-Men #1 with Magneto. Now, is this book worth a lot of money? You know, to me it is. But I mean, you can get this particular book on eBay. You can now a signed copy and a graded copy. That's a different story. But just a, just to cover unsigned, ungraded, and all that, you can get them at a good price. Good storyline, good. I think it's good to have it's great to have in your collection. So I would say, hey, get this book before something happens and boom, they skyrocket up or something like that. I don't see it happening no time soon unless they come out with some type of movie based on this book or something. And this particular book, this particular cover, and you say, well, why am I showcasing this particular book or this particular story or storyline? Not story, but topic. Yeah, that's what I want to say. What's the word I'm looking for? Topic. It's cause at the end of this series, I have a great idea that will not only benefit the publishers. Now listen closely. Not only will it benefit the publishers, but it will benefit the artists. It will benefit the comic book collector. Everybody will benefit. And I'm not going to share that idea until the end of this series. That I'm going to showcase these books, these different books. I'm going to show some of the bad ones. I'm going to show some of the good ones. But at the end of this series, I'm going to give my perspective of what the comic industry should do. Because they're always looking for... I don't consider it a gimmick. I mean, it's right in front of us. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of me. It's right in front of them. And it's very, very, I wouldn't say simple, but it's something that the comic book readers want. They do. It's something that's there. I mean, you might already guess what it is, but I'm gonna do my blueprint version of what I think it, how it should go. And I think if they do this even close to what I'm talking about, they're gonna make a lot of money, and we're gonna be happy customers. Cause it's just I ain't, if I say something, you're gonna, one thing about it, you'll guess what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna wait till the end of my showcasing, not today. I mean, when I say the end of my showcase, I mean the end of the series, because I got a whole bunch more. Like I said, I got 75 long boxes, and I didn't even pull all the books out. The books I'm gonna showcase, I took out 5 boxes, 5 boxes. So I didn't want to make it too long now, but I took it out of 5 boxes. So if I would have took it out of all of my boxes, I've been here a couple of years, so I don't want to keep it that long. The suspense that long. All right. Now in this particular book, let me move these over. And the next book on this one here, I'll show the other one. Then the next one. Like I say, Stan Lee, he affected everybody. I mean, the comic industry, the comic community. Nobody would be doing videos about no comic books if it wasn't for Stan Lee. And like I say, I'm a big Marvel fan. DC, is cool, but they're not no Marvel in my opinion. And that's just me. And now, don't get me wrong, DC has put out some great books. I mean, awesome books. And like I said, I got some DC books, especially the one with the Sinestro. Where they that whole series. It is. I'll have to pull out the storyline, but that's another story. I want to get everybody confused. So, well, I don't want to get confused. I bought more of these, but this is what I found in those 5 long boxes. And this right here, I want to get in those protective sleeves as well. That's why I'm going to look at the supplier that comics with Bueller suggested, Mike's Pro Supplies, as well as the one Reggie Collects suggested, BCW Supplies. So I'm going to check those guys out and see what they offer. Like I said, I don't care about getting my books graded. If I buy a graded book, that's one thing. But as far as getting my personal books graded that I collect as well as sell, I want to get them in some nice protective sleeves that I can pull the book out and put it back in when I want to read. So that's just me. Like I said, I got my coffee, my trusty mug that keeps that coffee hot for a long time. Like as you can see, this is 4 books of that one cover, and I think I got 3 more covers of this. Cause I was just buying them. I mean, at the time you can get them in the 50-cent bin. Every time I seen them, I bought them. So, now the next cover that connects to this cover is this cover. Totally awesome. You got Wolverine. And let me move the camera. You see the logo at the top. Let me move the camera down where you see some Wolverine. You got Iceman. Yeah, Red Thou. You got some Wolverine in his second costume. That wasn't his first. His first was yellow and black. This one here is brown and gold or whatever. Um, you got Cyclops, you got Iceman coming in the picture. You got they look like they're in some type of mountains or some type of destroyed building or something like that, whatever it is. But I like the cover, iconic cover. And who is the artist? None other than Mr. Jim Lee and Scott Williams as the inker. And I got to meet Mr. Jim Lee. We talk short and sweet. Won a picture that he was drawing at panel, a picture of the Joker, and I always showcase that. Not today, maybe next week video I'll showcase that picture. It's behind this Spider-Man picture that I'm working on, and that's a commission piece that I'm working on. I'll show it to you again. I show you it's Spider-Man and Ghost Rider basics commission piece from actually that Spider-Man and Ghost Rider book. I got it up there. I forgot the number, but somebody wanted me to do a cover, do that cover, just as it is, but without the words. Hey, who am I gonna turn down money? All right, and that's another one. Let me scoot it up. Scoot this over. Yeah, if anybody's interested in buying it, I'm gonna put these up for not all of them. I'm gonna at least keep one. Got 5 of these. I want to stuff that in there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 covers of these. I know I got some more of these in the other boxes. I'm not digging those suckers out. But I got 5 of those, and let me put it down. Jim Lee. I like to get and they actually came out with a poster on this book too, of the cover that you could buy, and I seen it on jccomics.com. I seen it on his video. I was gonna contact him and ask him, I'm pretty sure he'll sell it, or I know he sell everything. The man got an awesome store, so I'm gonna contact him and ask him, do he want how much it is basically. Now the next one is this cover here. You got Colossus, Rogue, Psylocke, and Gamic. And I think I found 3 of those in the box. Like I say, I got plenty more, I'm not gonna dig through all them boxes. I got enough comics to talk about for the rest of my life. And still don't get through them all. And I'm always buying books because I'm doing an unboxing of books today. And the unboxing, those books that I'm unboxing is going to be Comics for Troops. I donate a pack a month for right now to this certain industry, and we're going to be selling them. So if you want to buy, we sell them in 5 and 10 packs. If you want to buy some of the books to donate to troops, you can check it out at BSN Collectibles.com, or you can check them out at our eBay store that we will be putting on there as well. We just don't have them listed yet, not yet. And the last cover is one with Beast, Storm, Angel, Professor X, and Marvel Girl. And I have 3 of those. 3 of those. I like the Beast though. I like the Beast. I like his look. I like the way Jim Lee draws it. Some people don't draw the Beast right. But I like the way the Jim Lee draws it. And speaking of Jim Lee, am I the only? Not that Jim Lee has gotten better as an artist. You see some artists that okay. I'll point it like this here. When Jim Lee was with Image, that group, out of those guys, who got better as an artist? And I'll leave it like that. I know Jim Lee is one of them. But who else do you think gotten better or gotten worse or stayed the same? And hey, I'm not gonna knock nobody, but as a comic book buyer, did I buy any of those guys' books? Yeah, I mean, we all did. We all was, on that hype train when Image first came out and everything. Everybody was buying it. But and I'm not knocking anything from those cats, because a lot of them cats are making money. That's what it's all about, making money, because they're making money in movies, TVs, and in the comic industry. I salute my hat to them. But as a fellow artist, I'm looking at it from a fellow artist point of view. And when you're in this craft, when you're drawing, if you're practicing every day, you're gonna get better. You're gonna look at somebody. Okay, hey, how I got into the industry, as far as drawing, and learn from the best, learn from the greats. I mean, I took art classes in school. I took art classes from this one particular artist that's local, that is awesome. A painting class, I took it from that lady, and I love to paint. I love to draw, and my thing is, I do commission work. I'm not a comic book per se, doing work for a publisher, but I do work, commission work, and I do big pictures. I do small pictures, but this picture I'm gonna show you, which I showed earlier. I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod and just show you the whole thing. All right. Okay, now this right here. Back to the book. Yeah, so this is, and what I like about this book is the way it connects. Okay, let's get this book. This connects to this. Okay, you see how that connects to that. Okay, let's get Professor. And let me move my Superman. See, and those who say, oh, he down in DC, he don't like Superman. Look, man, I got a darn Superman statue, or that crypt in the glass that lights up at night. It lights up. I'm gonna cut this light off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at that. I'm out there. Move the camera up. Superman. Let me bring the camera back. Yeah, lights up. So there you go. I do have some DC products. Like I said, I got a lot of DC products, but I got more Marvel than DC. I guess the reason why, and a friend of mine, what we talk about is, okay, he's a DC fan. He likes Superman. He likes, he thinks of Superman as being a god and all that kind of stuff, because he can beat anybody and all that. But I like the character design of Marvel, and when I say not just the way they look, but what's going on in their life, what makes them them. They're not perfect, they're imperfect, but they're still trying to help out, to make this world better. And I guess, DC storylines with goody two-shoe stuff like that, and that's what kind of turned me off and everything like that. Not saying I'm looking for some bad boy stuff, but I'm looking for some reality stuff. That's what I'm saying. So that's one. These two cover here connect together. And like I said, I got DC Comics, and and DC has gotten better, a whole lot better in their storyline. And this cover here connects to this cover. So you got Iceman connecting over there, the mountains and stuff. Wolverine doesn't connect to the other cover. None of the ladies connect, but Iceman, you can see where Iceman and the rocks connect. Well, it'd have been cool if they would have did a version where the logo went straight across too, but hey, that would have been one big book, which I got that book, but they don't do that book like that. I don't think. I have to pop it over. And I bought these books when they first came out, and I bought some after that too when they ended up in the 50-cent bin. Okay, now, and the reason why I'm showing it like this, cause I have the space, but I don't feel like moving the camera all the way back to show that how it look with all of them connected. And this is how this cover connects to that cover. As you can see, the boards are blocking that. Let me see if I can get another book. I can get all the big boards. I got one. Got one. Oh, got one, man. Got one. There we go. Now, let's see how it really connects right there. Magneto. You know, I mean, and I'm also going to share on what villain down the line. Not next week, but that's one of my topics. I'm going to talk about how does that villain fits those character, that superhero team, or this villain fits that superhero. Magneto fits X-Men. So this is a great book to get. Great storyline if you get it, and you collect, you know, the storyline that goes along with that. And I'm gonna share. Let me put this back up there. I'm gonna share with you this particular book when it came out in 1991. 1991. Some of you listening might have been kids, or you might not have been born when this book came out. Yeah, in August of 1991, Marvel makes history with X-Men #1. This is X-Men #1. They make history. With the count 5, they had 5 variant covers. 5 variant covers. I showed you 4. I'm going to show you the 5th one after I read this. Marvel adds a new mutant title to its already swell ranks. In other words, they had a whole bunch of mutant titles. X-Men titles, from X-Force to X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and they had a whole bunch of XX. And with the debut of X-Men #1 from the longtime X-writer Chris Claremont, super hot artist Jim Lee, who moves over from his uncanny pencil duties, X-Men features a more fan-oriented team consisting of Wolverine, Cyclops, Psylocke, Beast, Gambit, and Rogue. In the weeks that followed X-Men #1's, the sales reported to 8 million copies. 8 million copies, and shattered all previous sales recorded from Jim Lee's Image partners, who did Rob Liefeld, who did X-Force, and Todd McFarlane, who did Spider-Man. So Jim Lee was the bad boy of that bunch. He did 8 million copies of X-Men #1. So and I pretty much kept up with that series for a while. And in 1991, the big shots hot writers were Neil Gaiman, Peter David, John Byrne, Chris Claremont, and Jim Starlin. You had Chuck Dixon, who I met and got tons of books signed from. They and I didn't get none signed by Peter David. Peter David was at MegaCon. Chuck Dixon been there a couple of times, and I don't know if Jim Starlin. I don't remember Jim Starlin being there because I would have took some books for him to get signed. Hot artists of 1991 was Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Ron Lim, and Eric Larson, Mark Silvestri, Jim Valentino, George Perez, and Simon Beasley, and Jarvi Solitarius, something like that. And I guess a book signed by Todd McFarlane. This was back in the 90s. And I got some books signed by Jim Lee that I'll be showcasing down the line. But Rob Liefeld, he was just at the MegaCon last year. Just too many people in line, and there was just too much going on. I didn't get a chance to stand in line to get no book signed by him, and I would have paid for it to get signed. And I had some books, but his line was just too long, and I said, let me go somewhere else. And by the time I got back there, he was gone doing some panel or something. So that day, that was a bust for me getting books signed by him. On the rise in 1991, Will's Port. I'm just gonna go with Will's P. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Tom Lai, Bart Sears, Dale Keon, and Sam Keith. Bart Sears, I remember seeing him there at the MegaCon, and I was gonna come back and get a book signed. No. I didn't bring no books to get none by him. I was gonna come the next day, and I came the next day, and I couldn't find him. Well, I don't think he was there. Something was But hey, when you go to them conventions, man, there's so much going on. You lose track of time because the last day I was buying. I know it was. No, I didn't make it back to him because I was on the hunt of buying some stuff. I was buying some action figures and stuff like that. So that's what I was doing. And I bought this here. Matter of fact, I bought this here last year. And I bought a couple of those there. And hot titles at that time in 1991 was X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, X-Force, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, Robin #2, and Punisher and Ghost Rider. And also the hottest meal ticket in the comics was the Mutants and the Mutants. And also, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson on 1991 in the pop culture. This ain't all, but this is just some, and this is coming out of my favorite comic magazine was Wizard magazine. Top grossing film, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. They did over $200 million. Best Picture, Silence of the Lamb, American was watching What Beverly Hills, 90210, 90210, Roseanne. American First was listening to Guns N' Roses and Mariah Carey and Garth Brooks, and American was reading Scarlet by Alex. No, I wasn't reading it. Alex Ripley. And Pop Culture Trend, Sideburns, Ollie, whatever, Beverly Hills. So that's 1991. That ain't all of it. It's a whole bunch of stories with in September and all that kind of stuff. Mark, because you're just talking about Mark McFarlane leaves Spider-Man, all that kind of stuff. And they got a lot on here, but I might do a just share some of my Wizard magazine, because I got all the Wizard magazines. I got all one through the end. Even when they started doing the oversized Wizard magazine, got all those. I'm trying to tell you, I was buying. And I'm not selling the Wizard magazine. I like my Wizard magazine. Somebody else should come back out and either do something. They had a couple of companies that would try to compete with Wizard, but they didn't do as well as Wizard, in my opinion, and everything like that. You got other magazines now that you can buy at the newsstand or at the bookstore and stuff like that. That have pop culture, movie stuff and all that, but I don't think any one of them was like Wizard magazine or like Wizard magazine. Like I said, now this particular book was the featured book of the day. I'll put this back in my collection in storage. And do I keep those 75 long boxes in my house? No. Don't have the room. I got a shelf set up, 2 shelves set up in one room where I got all, I take the books out of the boxes and put them on the shelf, and I got like 6 long boxes of books in it. And okay, and just gonna showcase there. And where you at, Professor X? There we go. There you go. So this is if you can get this series, get it. As a matter of fact, they have this particular book on this series on eBay as I speak right now. The whole series, and it's at a good price. I mean, almost this close to buying it. I may buy it if nobody don't buy it and add it to my collection. I would say Marvel, in this particular book, you knocked it out the park. In this particular cover, you knocked it out this park. With this particular artist, you knocked it out the park. This particular writer, you knocked it out the park. And you know what? I didn't even tell you the writer. We know who the artist is Jim Lee. We know who the inker is Scott Williams, his longtime partner in crime. And I think it's, before I run my mouth and say the wrong thing, yep, Chris Claremont. Chris Claremont is the writer and co-plotter is, and Jim Lee is the penciler. Scott Williams is the inker, and Tom Chowsky is the letterer. Joe Raze, colorist. You got Bob Harris as the editor. Tom DeFranco, editor-in-chief. I know I might be pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry. And Suzanne, I ain't going to pronounce your last name. Suzanne G, assistant editor. And one thing about buying books, don't buy them just the way you can make a profit off them. Buy them because you like the story and you want to learn the story and you want to read the story and you want to enjoy the story, And that's my thing. Every book I bought, I didn't buy it. Well, in some cases, you don't buy everything because, hey, I want to make a dime off. Because if I sell these books here, I'm not going to get rich and, get a yacht. No. I didn't buy them initially for that reason. I bought them because I'm a collector. And believe it or not, I gave my brother, when he got up to age, I gave him 2 long boxes of comics that I had, that just to get him started. I gave him 2 long boxes. You hear me? Long boxes full of comics. Just to get him into the industry, because he was reading my books, and I said, hey, you know what? Let me give you some books. That way you can enjoy your books and not mess with mine. So I gave him two long boxes. That's when he was just becoming a teenager. So up next, so like I say, up next I'm gonna do an unboxing of comics that I just got in the other day, and this unboxing is coming from Emerald-City-Collectibles, and I will have their link at the bottom of this video, that if you want to buy from them, you can buy from them. And these particular books that I'm going to be unboxing, I'm going to definitely set those aside. They will all be for Comics for Troops. But on this particular, topic that I'm talking about, I will share with you at the end of the series of this topic that I'm talking about, because I got like, I would say about 10 more. So it'd be about a month or two, and then I'll tell you how my version of what comic companies can do to add value to their comics, what the publisher can do, and how the artists will benefit, how the writers will benefit, how the whole industry will benefit, as well as the comic book collector will benefit. And I will share that at the end of my series, at the end of the story, on this topic, everything. How can comic publishers add value to their books? And everybody benefits from that. Okay, up next is the unboxing of Pure Power Comics, new series. Who knows? I may come up with a T-shirt with that. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend, all that good jazz. I'll be doing this every week, but next week I'm going to try to make sure I get this out earlier, because today it will be out. I was saying 3. Shoot, no, it's 2:30 now. Today it will be out around about 4 o'clock once I upload it and everything like that. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna move this over here. I got my phone charging. All right, phone is charging good. And like I said, I got a lot of topics that I want to talk about. And as far as Reggie, like I say, I want to thank a lot of the comic, the community and stuff. Just watching you guys do your thing inspired me to do my thing. And I just want to thank y'all guys for what you're doing, and keep sharing what you're sharing. I love all your videos, that I come across, that I subscribe to. I'm pretty sure I'm a guy that's leaning over T-shirts that I got my picture on there, and Reggie Collect, keep doing what you're doing. I love your shows, man. I love your shows. Comics with Bueller, love your shows. I watch you guys the most. JC Comics, I watched a lot. What is Arkham? I want to just do a read down here, Arkham, because I got them all my subscribe. Yeah. Yeah, JC Comics, Comics with Bueller, Big Lion, Big Lion Cat 646. Like his videos. Comic, Artist Pro Secrets. Love his videos. Reggie Simmons. Love his videos. Reggie Collects, Reggie Simmons, but Reggie Collects. Love his videos. Comic Tom 101. Love his videos. Love his setup, everything. So many of y'all guys on here I watch. Comic Book University. Love his videos. Arkham Comics. Love your videos. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Love what you're doing. I love your grading. Your grading method. Love it. Alex Ross. I watch his videos. Mine is BSN Brand Shopping. Network. That's with me and my wife. So if you ever see the green logo with BSN, that's me. And that's just some of the comic community that I watch. Lords of the Long Box, all them cats, love their stuff. And it's more on there, but it's too many to name right now because I gotta finish up this video where I can post it. All right, now let's do this here. I kind of pre-opened the box because it was hard box to unlock or open, as you can see. And let me put the camera back some. Like I said, I got the camera on the tripod, and I can take these out of the way. And I'll put these over here because I don't want to mess them up. I'll put them over here. Over here, just moving stuff around. And you're probably asking, well, Tony, if you got 75 long boxes, 76, why you keep buying books? Because that's just in our blood. Huh? That's just in our blood, man. That's what we like to do. Like I said, I don't mind. Hey, I gave my brother 75, 2 long boxes, and I still got 76 long boxes. And I gave that to him years ago. And I sold some books that I wish I would have never sold, and I ended up getting them back. And that was the early Avengers books, and from the ones from I sold from the books from the number 60, or from the original Avengers series, from number 60 to 60. I had that whole 60 to 80, that whole section and stuff, and I sold them to a comic retailer, and I wish I'd have never sold them, and they were in good condition. All right, so this is an unboxing. Let me see. Let me look at this camera. Hold on a second. Battery on the camera is hollering at me. It's hollering at me. It said, Tony, if you don't plug me up, I'm gonna go dead on you, dude. There we go. Let there be power. Now let me see something here. Let me. I'm on this tripod, so I can. Let me see if I can take you up like that. I love this thing, man. I use it for other stuff too. Other stuff, you know, if you're an artist, you're also a musician. I'm both. So, I'm taking paper out. Hold on, somebody. Somebody's at the door. I'll be right back. Right back. If I can get myself out of here. I got myself in a little tight bubble. You better before I knock something over. Oh, man. Okay, I'm back. I'm moving something here. Knocking off. Getting a taller seat. And also, the person who was at the video, the front door, got rid of him. What I'm gonna do, like I said, I got these books. From Emerald-City-Collectibles. They got them packed pretty good. Oh man, snap. This guy's date, oh man. He did me some justice here. Oh hey. Emerald City Collectibles. If you was here right now with me, I'll take you out for a beer. Yeah, Webhead Enterprise, Emerald City. I'm definitely putting your link on the bottom of this video, and I'm gonna buy some more books from you. And I like these books, even though I'm gonna donate these books. I'm still, even though these are some cool books, I'm still gonna donate these books. They're still going comic for troops. I'm not gonna show you them yet. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna pull them out the box. Oh man, yeah. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna get them all out the box and then I'll showcase them. Cause the majority of these books so far, except that I don't pull out are all, you got DC and Image and Marvel, but they're nice books. And none of these books have been bagged or anything like that. Bagged or boarded, so they are not bagged or boarded. So I know how some of you cats like to show you, case your books in bags and boards. I'm not doing that. But these here, I am going to showcase them as they are. I'm just going to get them out of this box. Just giving a shout out to Emerald-City Collectibles. Thank you for a good selection of books. That would be donated. Now these books will look good in some of those Mylar bags and boards that everybody talks about. I just want to be careful on messing up. I'm trying to grab them without tearing anything. Yeah, we got some Marvel, we got some Independence, we got DC. But like I say, every book here will be you know, comics for troops. Comics for troops. That's a cool cover. That's a cool looking character. He almost looked like the guy from the original Guardians of the Galaxy. At least his face does. I don't know how the rest of his body. Unless that's a costume. And I got that book there. Yeah. Black Knight. #1. Okay. Oh, Spider-Man. Like I say, I would be, if anybody has somebody in the military and they I got this one here too. Got 2 of those. And that's part of that. How can comics, how can comic books add value to their comics? Right. Okay, that looks like it. Yep, I think that's it. And move this here. So that's all trash there. So let me put this up here where you won't be looking at a blank screen. And let me count my books, because I ordered 50. Okay. Hope everybody's doing all right. I know it's supposed to be cold up north, but I'm in Florida. It's warm here right now. It's in the 70s right now. Right now it's in the 70s. I personally like the cold weather. When I say cold weather, I mean not like no New York or Canada cold, but I like it cold. Oh yeah. Okay, so okay, cool. He put a couple of extra books in there. They're all here. Plus, he put some extra books in there as well. Thank you. So I can't say nothing but good things about Emerald-City Collectibles. They did me right. And first up we got DC Universe, Swan Song, Wonder Woman, Once a Friend, Now a Killer. I'm eating some popcorn, so excuse me. And this is issue 39. Now who is the artist in here? Writer James Robinson. And Carmen and Emmanuel. Carmen and Emmanuel. I'm just going with that one now. Two people doing that. And next one coming up is Jim Lee. Artist Brandon Child. Writer Scott Williams, inker. And this is from Image Comic. This was back in the day. This was 1992 first printing. And Malibu Comics, obviously, I guess either they. Yeah, Malibu Comics Entertainment, the division. Yeah, I didn't know that. Malibu. I guess they the one who. That's a nice cover, man. I love that cover. And Bueller, if you're watching this video, I like shiny covers too. And this one here is at the top of the game. I like the way they did the circles and stuff and all that. And when the light hits it, it reflects different colors, almost like a rainbow. You got the pink, the green, the pink, and the blue, and all that. And it's awesome. That's Jim Lee. That's Jim Lee Wildcats. Covert action team. That's what CAT stand for. And I like when Jim Lee was putting his name at the top of the book, you know, like Stan Lee, or you know. So I was liking that when them cats was doing that. The next one here is the independent book. Well, no, it's Image. Extremities. image book called Extremities. Writer, I guess the creator and writer and artist is one person, Daniel Warren Johnson. And you got colorist Mike Spencer and so forth. And Daniel Warren Johnson is the cover artist. Like I say, I'm showcasing these books out of the box, raw, just the way they are. Just looking in that book, that look like that may be a good read. It's a lot of cutting and cutting up and everything in this. Decapitating. And the next one is a Vertigo Fable. And this is Fable 96. And I heard of Fable. Bill Willingham and Mark Buchanan is a penciler. Fable. And let me scoot this camera over a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And next up is Top Cow Freshman number 2. And up next is, and this book has a card inside. And if you watch any of my other videos, you know I showcase a lot of basketball, football, baseball, all sports cards. You know, so, but I'm also a big comic book collector, so you can imagine how my storage area looks. This one here is Uncanny X-Men 3, number 312. This came out in May. I'm big on the dates because of my 1994, May 1994. This came out in May 1994. And now when we send out these books for our troops, we just bag them all in one, bag, and we have one board in there, so we fit 5 books in there. And if somebody want each one of them bag and board, we can do that. Okay, up next, let me move those over to the side. We got Avengers 75. This is 278 rather. The Avengers. And this is what Black Knight, She-Hulk, and you got the Wasps on there. And this is John Buscema, great artist. Stanley presents Roger Stern. John Buscema it was the artist, and Roger Stern was the writer. And the next one is X Factor. This came out in this X Factor number, don't have a number on the front cover, but X-Men Deluxe number 112. Came out in 1995. And this Joe Masada is guest penciler. Joe Masada, when he takes his time, he can be an awesome artist. When he takes his time. Some of these pages look rushed. but that will be sent out in the pack. And the next one is Black Knight #1 by Marvel. And this came out in writer Frank Terry, Tiara, and Lucas Pereza, artist. I'm not going to read off everybody's on here because there's a whole bunch of names, from editors to color assistant to letters and all that kind of stuff. I'm worried about the two main guys, the writer and who wrote this, and the artist who actually drew the pictures. Everybody else, you can look it up if you're interested in the book. But this is #1, and this came out in. The artwork is okay, in my opinion. I mean, one thing about artwork is it's all in the eye of the beholder. What I say, I mean, that front cover looks nice. That look good in some like, I mean, in a nice bag and board. That look good, great. Next one is an independent book from Titan Comics. Now, this one character on the front that's in the right bottom corner, I mean, I don't know if that's a mask or that's actually the way the person actually looks. And this is called Duex Universe Children's Crusade. Never heard of them. And the artwork in here is from A to F. I give this a C or D artwork. My storyline, I don't know how the storyline is, because I'm not going to take the time to read it, to be honest with you, because I will be donating this. Character design, I don't know, is this based off some type of game or something like that, but this guy here, you almost got that Doom look. Or the guy from the Guardians of the Galaxy, the crystallized guy. And this next one is from the Cartoon Network, IDW Super Secret Christ War. Super Secret Christ War. And this is that type of cartoon art. Oh Lord. Hey, I can do this here, but you know, what you say you can do and somebody doing it and they're making money, that's two different things. So I tip my hat off to the guy who's doing this or the lady who's doing this, and they're making money. Cause writer, art by Derek Charm, and written by Louis Simmons. And these characters are on the Cartoon Network. It's definitely seen that on there. That would be definitely sent out. And that's more like a children's book. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know the storyline of the comics, but it's from the Cartoon Network, then it is. That's the type of book I like to do for comics for kids. This next one is Astronauts in Trouble. And this is from Image Comics. It's a black and white inside. Writer Larry Young, Charlie Adler is the artist. My opinion on the artwork, I give it a C. C out of F. But might be a good read. And the next one is Poi. This is a Star Wars. Oh, Oh, this is Star Wars one. Oh, this is from Rogue One, if I'm not mistaken. This is either Rogue One or if I'm not mistaken, this is from there. This is a character. Or he's from Rogue One, or he's from the Star Trek one of the series and stuff. No, this is from the Star Wars one. This is from the one that Disney keep botching up. That's one there. Let me just put them on there. And this is issue 16. And then we got Extraordinary X-Men number 5. And this is from out here, Herbeto Romas. Now, I'm a fan of Herbeto, if I'm pronouncing your name. And this is X-Men, and he's the penciler in here, and Jeff Lemire is a writer, if I'm pronouncing your name right. Cover art is by Romas and Delgado. And this came out in 2016. I'm not feeling the front cover, though. This ain't got nothing to do with Emerald-City Collectibles. Just I'm talking about the books themselves. Great books to be donated. Forever Evil, Rogues Rebellion, New 52. On the front cover, this is DC Comics. It's number 4 of 6 of Forever Evil, Rogues Rebellion. And I got the Forever Evil series. Great series. I'll share that. One series I really want to share is when the War of Kings with Black Bolt and them. In the War of Kings, if you don't have that series, get that series, man. Marvel in that series, that's when they really unleash Black Bolt's power. That's the first time I seen Marvel actually use Black Bolt power in that capacity. Cause they always so scared. Oh, if he whispers, he gonna tear up the whole town. If he coughs, he gonna blow up half the earth or something like that. But here in that War of Kings is awesome. And when he fighting Thanos in the Thanos series and stuff like that, he uses his power. But in that War of Kings, that's where he really unleashed, and that's where they show how they can utilize his power, for a weapon, which it is, but they can harness it. And I love that. Now back on track. Forever Evil, and writer Brian B. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Scott Hipburn is the artist. They got a couple of artists on, and Andrew Kula. And I give this artwork a C. A out of F. A meaning, awesome. But C is it's okay. Storyline, I don't know. Gotta read it. Walking Dead. This is the next one. The Walking Dead. 163 Conqueror. Skybound. Penciler Charlie Allard and Robert Kirkman. Creator and writer. Well, you know how Walking Dead goes. Without question. That cover tells you they're reaching up for something, and hopefully they ain't reaching up for you. Cause if you fall in there, it's usually chomp the beds. Okay, next up is a free comic book from Free Comic Book Day. Secret Empire. Writer Nick Spencer, artist Andrew Sorrento Tino. I hate just go with Andrew S on this. Like the cover. Yeah, let me see what the art is. Like I said, art is in the eye of the beholder, and since it's beholding me right now, I'm giving this one here. Okay, they showcase like 2 books in here. One Spider-Man on the back, and then the Secret Empire. The Secret Empire, I'm giving a C artwork. The Spider-Man. Oh man, I know who that is. Spider-Man is it. Let me see. It's either Greg Lang or let me see. Greg Land or somebody new. Paul Pula, writer Chip Z and Pula S. I don't know how to pronounce your last names. And but this is the back cover of that book, and this is a free comic book, and this is the front cover. And up next is let me see. Yeah, that don't affect it now. Next book up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, IDW. It's a publisher. This is issue 68. I like some of the Turtle movies, but I never actually got into the comics. Not saying I don't like the comics, I just never actually try to buy a comic from them. I might actually read this one. I give this artwork a C. It's not bad, it's just like I said, art is in the eye of the beholder. And cover, it's okay. Look like somebody's looking at them, or got a gun on them, or got a camera, or a video camera on them, or that, you know. But I might read that one before I send it out. The next one, I like the cover. Writer Brian Michael Bendis and Oscar B. is the writer. That must be Hammerhead. Yeah, that is Hammerhead. Hammerhead I ain't seen that character in a long time. Hammerhead almost looked like the leader. You know? His head almost looked like the leader. I don't know if you can see that. Turn it. Yeah, it almost look like leader, but I like this front cover. I mean, Spider-Man, he's on a wall and his hands are dripping with blood. So he must have just got through beating the heck out of somebody. Next is Cable, number 40. This came out in 1997. And penciler is Scott Clark. And Todd Zingo is the the writer. And I give this here a C minus. Not feeling that at all. Like I said, this has nothing to have with Emerald-City. These are some good books to donate. And some of them would actually be some good books to keep, but I'm not keeping them. Like this one here I got in my hand. I'm definitely gonna read this one here. And I give this a I give this one here. I'm trying to think who is the artist. I think I like the artwork in here. This is Avenger No Surrender. This is a tie-in to Thanos, and I'm a big Thanos. I mean, just look at that page there. I'm a big Thanos fan. Love the Avengers movie. I'm gonna read this. I'm still give it away, but I'm gonna read this. So as right now, we donate a pack a month right now. So I have given out 4 packs so far, not to the same person, but to different people. Well, I gave 2 to the same person, but that's over time. But the last 3 I have given out to 3 other families. I'm trying to see who is the artist. It kind of looked like just one artist, but I don't. Where it is. Trying to. Oh well. Oh, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay. Artist Pep LaRaza. Never heard of him, but now I have. Mark Wade and Al Ewing is a writer, and Jim Zub is the writer. Well, I said, Pippi, I like your artwork. I'm going to give you a B. I like your artwork. Give you a B on that one there. I will read that storyline, actually. Them characters are cool. Next one is a Marvel book. Marvel 20. This is 25. Moon Girl. Fantastic Four Part 1. Legacy of Fantastic Four Part 1. like Moon Boy, I guess, Moon Girl. This is this one has a Marvel stamp in it. They're bringing back the Marvel stamp, but like I say, a book is not complete without that Marvel stamp in it. This is the cartoon art. I like it though, so I still give it a C though. Runaway. Pencil Andrew A. and Brian V. is the writer. Runaways, I give that a C2. I like the like it might have a good storyline inside of it. I like the TV series on it too. And the next one is Future of Comics. You know what? I'm going to move this chair because I don't like sitting up high like this. I'm sitting up high now. And I'm looking down. I don't like that. So let's switch chairs. Go back to my other chair. More comfortable chair. Ah, that's better. Ah, shoot. As the man said, show you right. Yeah, this next one here. This next one here is Future of Comics by Image. Future of Comics 25 spread. And I'm looking at this spread, co-created by Justin Jordan and Cal Shrim, and script by Justin Jordan, art by John Bevins. And this is almost like that Hellboy artwork artist. It's kind of close to his style. Not a whole dialogue as far as storyline is concerned. A lot of pictures, and you kind of like read the story from that. Spread. I like the front cover. Some weird creature trying to catch this bird. And if you catch him, bird's through. I'm just gonna put the books up here, and because I got quite a bit showing, I got somewhere to go. DC, Lobo, or Valor, Valar versus Lobo. And they're each calling each other a jerk. Robin 2, number 1. Cry of the Huntress, part 1 of 6. Planet DC, JLA, Annual, number 4. Justice League of America. Number 54. Robin. Number 25. Now this here is a Supergirl, being super. And this is a book 1. It's actually a harder book. It's a little thicker. I don't know if it's considered a graphic novel because it's not. Doesn't look like it's a. Then again, I could be wrong. Maybe 2 books in one. Or this might be a single book, a single storyline. But either way it goes, it's going in the comics for troops. I'm gonna save these other ones here for last to showcase. I'm gonna show those last. And we got Superman. Now I know what, if this guy asks me for some more books, he's gonna get some Superman. That's Superman 140. This came out in December 96 or 98. I think that's 96. Let me see. No, 98. December of 98. And we got Shadow Man Valiant Comics, number 9. That's a cool cover. Like I said, that look good in some Mylar bags and boards. And we got Regression. And Regression is from, who is that from? That's Image. That's Image. Let me look at that for a second. Let me look at that. Okay, this is like a it's like a thriller horror book. Next up is The Walking Dead. 173 Final Fight. And up next is Invader of Sim. Oni Press. ONI Press. Nickelodeon. That's probably a comic for kids book there. I don't know, I might do that. I got a couple of books in here that I think will work for comics for kids. And I know I got books in here for the comics for troops. So those books that I got in here for comic that I think will work for comics kids, that's what I'm going to use them for. And I will donate those to a family who, who I got to figure out how I'm gonna donate the comics for kids ones. I know how to do the ones for the troop. I got to figure out the ones for the kids. This other one here is Punisher. Punisher. I like this cover. It's a dark cover, and it's a dark covers in that night. And I like the way they have the Punisher's logo in the stars. Artist Matt Horrick and writer Becky Cloonan. I know I said I wasn't gonna read it, but this cover just got me. I mean, it's a simple black and white. I wouldn't say simple. It's the way you use that texture. But I love that. I mean, they're showing, just the layout of it is awesome. I mean, just looking at the camera, it looked like his logo in the back is just sparkling, and it's, you got that little light hint of blue, and then the rest is gray and black, and then you got the white, and that would look awesome in a Mylar bag and board. I love that. I love it. Cover alone, I give it an A. The next one up is Batman, Death and the Maidens. And this is DC, obviously. Nobody owns the rights to Batman besides DC. And I give the artwork a C in here as well. And the cover, I like the cover layout. If I'm not mistaken, that's Ra's al Ghul. If I'm not mistaken, that look like him, but I could be wrong. This next cover is Superman DC Universe Rebirth. This is number 33. And they look like this is Doug M and Peter T and Patrick Gleason. So they got a couple of, it's okay. I mean, like I say, I'm not a big Superman fan, but the cover is okay. It's not great, but it's. Now this next one here is Green Lantern Corps, 52. I know I got a long video going here, so that's why I'm trying to wrap it up. Green Lantern Corps. Boom. Like that cover. I give that cover A. That's an A cover. Next cover is Vigilante of it. Special Nightwing of the New Titans versus, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Like that cover too. Artwork is okay. I like the layout. They could have made Nightwing arms a little bigger, more detailed muscle. Look like he's skinny on crack or something now. And I like this cover. This cover is okay. This look like almost like a Masada cover, somewhat. Somebody trying to draw in his style. Yep, John Mayer. Yep, somebody's trying. I give this a C inside and out. Somebody trying to draw in his style. This next book is DC Universe Rebirth, number 35, The Flash. This cover here, I give it an A. I like to break down it. It look like they're in anguish of pain. And writers Joshua Williamson and Michael M. Art Papa. So, like the cover. Give the cover an A on that one. I like that cover. Look, them cats are in pain there. And you got the Suicide Squad, number 35, DC Universe. And the character in here is Damage. Who's doing the artwork in here? That looks like hold on a second. Hold on. Give the artwork a B in here. I like the cover. Next one is Titan Comics, Assassin's Creed. Yep, this is gaming. Yeah, it's based off Assassin's Creed. Cover I give an A. The inside I give a C. Spider-Man, number 18. Now, if this is Jim Lee cover, that ain't no Jim Lee cover. And Jim Lee must have been sleepy. I don't get this one here. This came out in 2017. Patrick Brown. I'm gonna say that ain't Jim Lee. Jim Lee. Why they got Jim Lee on the cover art? Patrick Brown. Extreme trading card variant cover. Jim Lee. So they got Jim Lee on the front cover. You tell me, that don't look like Jim Lee. They got his name there, so I don't know if that's the same Jim Lee. But that don't look like Jim Lee art. And next one is Erica. This is a Marvel book. Oh, The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Okay. And this next one here, I like the front cover. I give the front cover an A. This is Doctor Strange. And I give the inside some of it is, I give the inside a C. Cover Kevin Newland. Chris Bonchalo. Chris Bonchalo is, I guess, doing the inside. Kevin is doing the cover. So, let me get some of these books off here. I'll keep sliding down. Yeah, I'll give that cover an A. This cover is Daredevil number 26. Daredevil number 26 coming up. I give the cover an A. This is Ryan Garney. And the writer is Charles Soule. And I give the inside a C. Because you can see now, I give it inside a C, cover an A. Like the cover. Next one is Star Wars number 3. I give the inside C plus. The cover I will give a C plus as well. I give it a B. I give the cover a B and I give the inside a C plus. Because I don't like the way they did his head. Alright, on the front, I don't like the way they did his head. It's almost like, I know he's kind of like supposed to be leaning over or crouched over, but like he ain't got no neck or something. Next one is Space Ghost Future Quest presents Space Ghost. Cover I give an A. And the inside I give, and you got the artist, writer Jeff Parker, artist Ariel Alavati. And I give the inside an A also. So 2 A's on this one here. Now I'll do this book here first. Here we got Superman Action Comics, DC Universe Rebirth, The Oz Effect Part 5. This is 991. On the front cover you got Batman and Wonder Woman, and look like they doing the Wonder Woman from the movies and the Batman from the movie as well. I mean, the cover I give a B plus, and inside I would give a B plus as well. I say I'm not a big Superman fan. I mean, the last 2 Superman movies they put out, I didn't even watch. Because they always tell the same stories about Superman. The rebirth, the origin of Superman. How many times are you going to tell a origin of Superman? And next one is Secret Empire Underground number 1. The cover I give this here a C plus. The cover I give it a C. I'm not a fan of the layout. I'm not a fan of the artwork, but it's a number 1 variant edition. And this is Secret Empire. It has Hercules, Iron Man, Quicksilver, Ant-Man. I don't know if that's Falcon or Black Panther. Don't know who the lady is. Don't recognize her. The inside, I give a C. A. So C on the cover, C on the inside. Here we got now. This book here is part of the series. The I forgot what they call this reflecting cover. This here, where if you move it, and you got Spider-Man, Captain America, Spider-Man, Captain America. I forgot what they named, but this is another way of Marvel making sales, adding value to their comics. At least they're trying to add value. So they figure if they put this type of cover, more fans will buy the book. No matter what the artwork looks like inside, they will buy the book because they like the cover. Instead of giving good stories and giving good art inside, let's make the cover awesome, and then they'll just buy it based on the cover because they want to have that cover. So you're not buying for the book inside, you're buying because you like the cover. And to me, that's not adding value, that's adding a short-term customer. Because he'll say, well, I bought that cover, but I don't want to buy it because I don't like the story. I don't like the artwork. But this book will go inside of the 50 Comics for Troops. And I might use that in my next video next week to showcase the variant of the comics. The next one is, this next one is from DC, is Metal number 4. I didn't get into the Metal books and stuff. I didn't buy a single one. But, I heard, I guess it was pretty good. I'm assuming it was good. I haven't read it. I'm looking through it now. I like the cover. It's in Metal number, Dark Knights Metal. That's another company, publisher, adding value to their books, or at least trying to add value to their books by putting a glossy cover as well as impose lettering with some reflectors, but not adding value to their artwork on the inside. To me, if I was DC or Marvel, they have so many storylines, they have to get the artists they can get, but they need to have it where it's a requirement. I don't know if they have that as a requirement, but they should have it where they're required their artists to continue schooling, continue improving their art, to stay working with them. And I'm pretty sure they do that, but I don't know if they do that. And like I say, it's kind of hard to see that cover because of that. Let me do this here. Let me pick it up. with this lighting. So, with that being said, I'm done with the unboxing. All those books will go to Comics for the Troops, except I think 2 of them I'm gonna keep for Comics for the Kids. And I want to thank Emerald-City Collectibles. And I will have their link. I'll put their link in the information of the bottom of this video, and that will come out today. I said 4 o'clock. That ain't happening. It'll be at least 5 o'clock. So I know this video ran long, so I know people like to run them short, but hey, I'm doing a show, not a showcasing. So it's a big difference. All right, everybody have a great week, and if you like this show, not showcasing, please hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend, send me some suggestions that you want to see. If you want me to show more kid books, like I said, I want this video to come out in the morning. I'm going to record this. I might do one tomorrow and have it ready for next week. That way it comes out, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a video tomorrow, Pure Power Comics, the Pure Power of Comics. So it'll come out to next week, and I will write in there, I'll do a video preview of what's coming out for the next video, because I'm going to, I like to do a little research and everything like that. And if you like me reading, some of the, questions from the past, give me a thumbs up. If you like the books I showcase, give me a thumbs up. And if you like the show, subscribe and tell a friend and hit that bell icon, because this show will come out once a week, which is on Saturday, the Pure Power of Comics. And I will also be down the line, maybe do some shirts based off that saying. All right, everybody have a great night, a great day, and we'll see you next time.